Welcome to the Cowboys LA Radio. I'm your host, Eric Trujillo, coming to you after another Cowboy victory. So the Cowboys got back on track with the 26-20 victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So the last podcast, I had a longtime friend and longtime Buck fan, Dennis Solorzano, come on with me, and you could still reach if any of the Bucks fans are still here listening to the recap. It's at Bucks or nothing, and you guys could talk about what went wrong in the game. But here's what I think went wrong. One of the key points that we had talked about on the last podcast was that if Zeke got loose on them, then there'd be no way they could win the game. And I also said that Dak would have to throw for more than 200 yards to win the game. And well, both things happened. Both things happened. Dak had a nice game, throwing for almost 300 yards, just a bit short, and Zeke ran for about 157, leaving him short. So we're just about 260 yards from the NFL running back rookie record. On the positive side, things that just stood out. David Irving. I've liked David Irving for a very long time, even since the end of last season, when he was blocking field goals and doing things that I thought were special. And we haven't really seen him do that great this year, except for times where he shined in the Green Bay game. And then he just came out of nowhere. Granted, we did know this. We did talk that they had weak tackles, that the Bucks had weak tackles. But still, I mean, he's still an NFL player, and some of the moves he was doing, and just his size is... It's really just something that could take over a game. Even if he's not right there for a sec, he's so big and his arms are so long that he can disrupt the passing lanes. So I'm excited to see if David Irving can keep it up this week against the Lions. I'm excited to see if the Cowboys decide to turn him down a little bit. And that was probably one of the things that I thought was just really good about this defense. I think we're starting to, on the defensive side of the ball, we had 0 Pro Bowlers. 0. Not even Sean Lee made it, and that's one of the things that people were talking about. But I think we're starting to really underestimate our own defense. When you think of the guys that are on our team, Byron Jones, legitimately a stud, I think. Great coverage, smart, can come up into the box. He's definitely underestimated. Sean Lee, possibly the best linebacker in the whole league this year. Possibly. Not in the Pro Bowl. Underestimated. Hitchens, who I wrote on the first couple of games because he was playing horrible, has gotten so much better. I think it's just, I'd have to give it to the coach. Eberflus is a great linebackers coach, and well, it's just it's showing up. So 59, Durant, and Wilson, those other 3 linebackers, believe it or not, they're playing well. They come up, they hit hard, they rally to the ball. It's just persistent. None of them are Pro Bowl caliber players, just outside of Sean Lee, but still, it's just the way that they've been playing, coming, laying the wood, wrapping up, ripping at the ball. It's the coaching they've bought in, and it's showing. Then you got players like Barry Church. Barry Church is a good safety. Barry Church is a good, solid safety. So then you throw in Brandon Carr, he's playing beyond anything we could have expected. This is the Brandon Carr that we paid all that money for way back when. Granted, guys, he's not getting paid that now, but this is the Brandon Carr that we expected. And he's shutting people down. It doesn't matter who it is. Anthony Brown is still playing great for a rookie. He's quick, he's strong, he's fast, he's big. And then you got the experience of Lance Kendrick in the slot. So when you start naming and putting these things in, you're like, whoa, wait a minute. We kind of have a good defense. Just because people say, oh, they're not a good defense, doesn't mean, damn, look at these players. Put them on there. Then you throw in Malik Collins, Terrell McClain, Crawford at D-tackle. You got those 3 guys rolling. You start to think, wait a minute. The only spot that really is the no-name is the D-ends. And then recently we've had David Irving and Mayowa, who has also come on late. He's really bought in, and at the beginning I was so disappointed. I was like, man, well, we didn't get what we thought out of Mayowa. But he came out and he's balling, man. So you got Benson, you got David Irving, you still got T. Craw that you can play on the D end. And then I didn't see anything anymore out of Ryan Davis. At first I thought we were going to get something out of him. Haven't really seen much from him. And then we're getting Randy Gregory back, which I thought was a miracle. I don't expect much. I said it before, looking at the Giants tape, I don't expect much. But hey, he's gotten bigger. He's gained about 15, 20 pounds since the last time we've seen him play in an official NFL game. And hopefully just working out and being with the coaches has helped his game. We're going to see. We're going to find out pretty soon here. I'll take it. I'll take it. And then we have, of course, D-Law. So when you and think DeMarcus Lawrence, you think, hey, he's a high caliber DN as well. So when you start naming all these, you kind of have to sort of think, hey, our defense is a little more underrated than I think we even as fans give it credit for. Really, we really, really do. So that was the most exciting part. And then obviously on the offensive side, Dak was very effective. 32 for 36. That's crazy. What can you say about that? I think I got a lot of heat in person with people that listen to the podcast and a couple of other people that just listen to the podcast saying that I don't like Dak. Please do not get me wrong. At no point do I say that I do not like Dak Prescott. I'll tell you why I like Dak Prescott. I was watching the Senior Bowl last year, and I was looking for Carson Wentz because at that time I still thought, hey, well maybe he'll slip to the second. We didn't know really what Carson Wentz was going to be, so I was thinking, hey, maybe he'll slip into the second round and the Cowboys could look at him there. So I'm watching the Senior Bowl. And I'm looking at different guys. I do like to do my scouting, specifically for Cowboys needs and players of that nature, and Jack stepped right in. He was the only QB that whole game who really could just step in, completed passes, and score a touchdown. Like it was like nothing. It was like easy. And of course, he was on the opposing team to the Cowboys staff. And I was like, man, this kid got something else. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not a big college football fan, so I didn't really have much on him college wise. But from that moment, I was like, man, this kid has something. And it's apparent that what he has is that it's something that you can't measure. You know what I mean? There's no test that's gonna tell you that this guy has the mentality to take whatever the NFL throws at him. And so Dak has that, and I like that. He seems like a real good kid. He respects Tony. He respects everybody, the Cowboys, and nothing really. He's not gloating or anything like that. Dak is a great kid, and I'm glad to have him for the future. My thing is still, and it will be until we win the Super Bowl with them, that at this the perfect situation would have been to keep grooming him, keep letting him learn even more as Tony Romo takes the field and gives us the best opportunity right now. But great game, great start, great way to bounce back. I didn't say bench him. I think it's too late to bench him. We're riding out with Dak, so great bounce back game. I wanted to see how he would take it, and he just said, hey, you know what? I'm not staying down. He came back with it, had a great game. He was very efficient, very smart. And then, of course, running the ball, he got a touchdown running as well, which is an element that's awesome to have from him. But they got to use it. Against that Giants game, it was like, where was it? There was no run attack there. So great to see that. So overall, great game, 2026. And then we got Zeke, crazy kid, man, jumping into the kettle. And then you see that, him and Tony Romo were laughing about it after, saying that it was classy. It was a classy thing to jump into the ghetto. So, good cause. People, I bet, donated so much to it because of that. So I'm happy that happened. And then we got a lot of salty haters like the Steelers and Odell commenting that if they would have been in, they would have got fined. Who cares? Take a back seat, man. Relax. It was for a good cause. Should have been celebrating it as well. Now, a couple things I want to talk about. Won't be talking about the Lions yet. I'll get into that tomorrow. Still gotta watch a couple more of their games and see what we're looking at. We're going to be going up against. But the Pro Bowl is coming up, and so we have. I'm sure you heard it everywhere already. Travis, Martin, and Tyron. And then you got Zeke and Dak, and Dak and Zeke, the first rookie QB and running back for the same team to go into the Pro Bowl. So that's a nice feat. That's a way to start your career. Snubs, Ron Leary, yes. Sean Lee, yes. I think Witt, you got to put Witt in there. You're right, but. Well, that's what it was, and hopefully they don't need to play for the Pro Bowl. Hopefully we're in Houston for a Super Bowl. That's really what it comes down to. For the Bucks, people that we spent that week together. We had a couple of podcasts for the Buccaneers. I think what the things that we hit on, Jamie's was off. It was one of those days he was either gonna be on or he was gonna be off, and he was off. Mike Evans balled out. Everything he could catch, he caught. Dougie Fresh did what we said he would do. He look 0 yards. He'd take it for two. Take it for 3 yards as opposed to nothing. Um, Noah Spence. That one hurt. The kid is good. He has what it takes. So imagine if we would have got Noah Spence there instead of Jalen. But I still have faith in Jalen. I do. Have nothing but positive energy towards him. I still have faith. But that was nice. That was nice. Noah Spence is nice. We didn't lose anything in Ryan Russell. And there, Quan Alexander's a beast. Mack is a beast. They have a nice thing to build off there. Hargraves is a beast. It's just not enough yet. They're still a young team. You can say that about the Cowboys. I think we have enough veteran mix in there to know what to do. Gerald McCoy got shut out, but he's still a great player just due to our line. And they were just Jameis was off. We put the ball on the ground once, and really the story of the game was penalties. That was the main thing I wanted to end off the night with. Uh, just the holding, personal fouls. If not, the score would have been, I think, a lot more out of reach. And then another thing, if B. Carr could just get his hands on that ball, it's an interception, and this game would have been a blowout. And unfortunately for the Bucks, unfortunately for my friend, they're out of the playoffs right now. The Packers have jumped them and the Redskins, so the Packers are in the 6th seed, and so you can say that we've beat some caliber teams, some good caliber teams, and we're about to have another one. And it looks gloomy for the Lions. There's a good chance that they're gonna miss. They're gonna miss the playoffs. It's gonna get crazy here. We're gonna see where it goes. As we sit, it's the Cowboys, the Seahawks, the Falcons, the Lions, and then it's the Giants and the Packers. And we're either 1 or 5. If the Giants lost on Thursday, we're in first place no matter what. If the Giants win and then we win, doesn't matter. We still lock up first place. So let's hope we just take care of business on Monday night and forget the Giants. We don't need their help. We don't want their help at this point. Other than that, I'm excited, getting ready to hopefully lock up this first round bye and the NFC East Championship. So that we'll be hosting hopefully what is 2 playoff games on the road to the Super Bowl. That's going to do it for this episode. I'll be back with you tomorrow. We'll be talking a little bit of offense, a little bit of defense. Going to watch some tape on both of the teams. And we'll see. We'll see what we're going to be up against, Matt Stafford and the Lions. Thank you for listening. Have a great night.